Shalom. It's Brother Yirah giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom to the elect of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whom the Lord will have mercy on in these latter days. Shalom to the men of the Lord, the prophets that are preaching and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, shalom. And I have pulled up here a scripture that most of us know by heart. This is Revelation 13 and 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." And I want to focus on this part, that no man may buy or sell, and playing this video by Brother Dabu. It says, Bank of England governor signals central bank digital currency is coming, and this is one of the things we've been preaching about. This is the means by which they will cause this peace here, that no man might buy or sell, to come to pass, showing you that the prophecies are 100% on point. This thing will happen.
This is Dabu 7. We now have the Bank of England signaling that they're bringing in a digital currency. This is something that we've warned about for quite some time. We've talked about here recently on the live streams in great detail the whole blockchain thing here, how everything is going to be tracked on blockchain. I put this warning out back in 2017 on YouTube, a video called The Beast Blockchain, warning where this was all going, that they were going to get this all moved over to blockchain and track every single asset on the planet, including you and I, every transaction, every penny you make. There won't be any hiding currency under your mattress, in the closet, in a dresser. But when I put that warning out, you see, everything was peachy. We weren't living in the atmosphere we are now, and people just did not.
And that's very true. A lot of people just thought that the men of the Lord have been preaching were crazy because it looks foolish, which it does. But the Most High is pleased by the fact that the things that look foolish, the things that look, lowly, he takes pleasure in getting glory out of those things, out of those men, But now we're in a situation where all of a sudden, all of it's plausible now. All of it. Because the Most High, just like that, he snapped his finger and completely changed the mood of this place. And I'll get into how dystopian this place has become and how through it is. Basically, you can't get more signs than this to tell you this place is basically over with, man. This place is done.
Not heed the sign. Now, we're heading full steam ahead right toward this, and it's no secret. Everything's set up for this. Your Fidelity accounts, you've got CNBC crypto shows that are set up, all this stuff. It's there. They've put it in place. So when this thing does shift, I'm telling you, you're going to see the crypto market absolutely explode. And in the midst of this, they're going to bring the herds of all these different countries into the game, and each country is going to have its own digital currency. We've known about this for damn near a decade or more. Yeah, because we got the information out of the Bilderberg meetings that they plan to do every single thing that we are witnessing, even with this country right now, bringing it to its knees, the whole big reset, and calling the currency the Amero. Okay, this has all been out there, and some of you know this. We are now at that point of transformation. And as I said on the live stream, back in the day when they used the tally sticks, a long time ago, and they were trying to get people to leave that system and come onto the dollar system, they basically told them, in the end, the last straw was, we'll do away with all your debt. And when they did...
Now, you might be wondering, why the hell is this devil doing this? He has all these riches, he has all the military equipment. He has basically power over the world, to rule the world. Well, this is Habakkuk 2. It shows you why he's doing this, why he's forcing people to get onto the dollar by trying to enslave them economically, or make them at least dependent on them economically. and he has garrisoned the military bases all over the world. This is why Habakkuk 2 and 4, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not right, it's not upright in him. So, number one, that's it. He's not right. He's created to do this. He can't get enough. It says, but the just shall live by faith. That's us. That's the hopeful elect. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are going to repent sincerely and come back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in these latter days. But it explains further, verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And he can't get more direct than that. That's him. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That's why he's doing this. That's why he can't stop, won't stop. He's got more money than he knows what to do with, more resources than he knows what to do with, more power and military might than any country really needs, really, to defend themselves. But see, he's not about defense. He's about offense. He's trying to take over, and that's gonna result in a world war. His greediness. It says, and heapeth unto him all people, because America's a big melting pot. He let everybody come in here so he can just use them as tax cattle, just to get tax money out of them. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which is nothing but debt. It's because all this money that he's accumulated, it's all bullshit. It's a big Ponzi scheme, a giant spell of witchcraft. And he's fooled the world with it. Now the money's bullshit, but he's actually gotten real resources out of everybody. You average Americans are stupid. You shook hands, with this devil. You agreed with him. You kept conceding power and more power, and now even Edomites, low-level Edomites, are going to be subjected to the wickedness of these people that are up at the top, man. And the Lord has to come back, because this is out of order. The world can't continue to be run like this. Period. Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So everybody that you didn't get rid of, they're plotting to get back at you. Nobody has forgotten what you've done. You can try to move on and obfuscate and say slavery and all this was in the past, or World War II that was in the past, Vietnam, all the wickedness that you've done in the Middle East and all of that. You can try all you want, but these other nations have not forgotten, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So that's a major prophecy coming to you right now. It's happening right now as we speak. Let's get this other video real quick.
7. As this madness continues across the country.
This is showing you further that this place is going down. It says escape from NYC landlords slash prices on a third of rentals as New Yorkers flee. And this is one of the biggest, most populous, most wealthiest cities in the world, really. And look at what's happening to this place. And it's going to get way, way, way worse than this in New York, man. Way worse. New York might just be a giant concentration camp, after when all this thing is said and done.
Some of these areas are being worked or milked for everything. And it is politicians that have sold people out that have put us in this position big time. Now you can see that some areas are worse off than others. And it's just to the degree of how sold out people are. Also, propaganda, brainwashing, everything that's being thrown out there from all these different angles. Well, people are waking up. They may not be fully awake, but they're opening one eye. And they're starting to see what they did not see in years past. And some of them.
Right. This scenario, having to be forced to put masks on and pretty soon get forced to take a vaccine, their business is being shut down. They're being out of work, having to rely on unemployment. Hey, a lot of people are waking up. He's right. The people who were asleep, there's a lot of people who are just, they're getting some of their senses back, and what they're gonna realize is gonna be a big dose of fear is gonna sink in, because they're gonna realize that the prophets have been telling you the truth the whole time. This whole place has just been a giant spell of witchcraft. That this beast is real, and he's been ruling over you, making you think that you're free, that you can vote and have rights. That all you have to do is just believe in the American dream, and you can get a piece. You're free to make a lot of money so they can tax you, but you're not free to do anything else. As a man, you don't even have rights over your own kids. The family laws, you can't even marry more than one woman in this society, but you're free. Yeah, you're free to make as much money as you want so they can tax you 40%. Because this whole place is an illusion. And the Lord is about to do away with this place speedily. Let me let this finish.
Them are starting to flee the cities en masse. They're getting out, they're going, they're looking for anywhere they can to get out of the big city because they don't foresee a good future in them. Some people just going with that gut move. And in NYC, because of everything that's been going on, landlords slash prices on a third of rentals. As they say, people are just fleeing New York in droves. It's like escape New York. Just
Yep.
fleeing in droves. And they're saying that rent prices were discounted on average of 6.7%.
And that's nothing. When you know what those real estate prices are in New York. I live in the New Jersey area, man. I never considered staying in New York. There's rent there $3, $4, $5,000, and you're getting these basic ass apartments, you know. And what the hell is 6% gonna do when minimum wage is like $8 or it was? I think it's up to like $10 or $12 now, but hey, that ain't nothing, man. You can't pay bills on that when rent's $4,000 for a shoebox. They're just utterly squeezing people, just squeezing every drop out of people. People are in debt; they can't pay it off. They're working their ass off. People working more and more hours, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and now they're getting the hell out of there, man. They're like, the hell with this shit. I'm on unemployment. I'm getting the fuck out of here. You can't afford to live here anyway. See how he runs things down, but he claims to be a genius, but he just runs things down. And this is the pride of America right here, New York City. This is one of the main things that they're proud of. Let me get Amos 5:18 for these people that are fleeing. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. So what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, and he went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him." Because these people are going to try to flee. This is just the beginning. The martial law is going to set in, and they're going to flee cities entirely across this whole goddamn place. And this is what's going to become of them. Those who are not Israelites, who are not uh, founded and rooted in the law. Scriptures say wisdom and stability will be wisdom will be the stability of our time. And if you're not of that mindset, and you haven't sought the Most High early to repent, there's nothing you're going to do. This is what the day of the Lord is to you. You could have been in Christian church uh, 30 years, hoping that the Lord, Jesus Christ, come back. Well, is this what you wanted? Because this is what the scripture says that's supposed to happen when the Lord comes back. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? That's why it says that. Because he knew a bunch of you pork chop eating niggas were going to be in church praying for Jesus to come back to save us, not knowing what the hell the day of the Lord is, man. In verse 20, it tells you, shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? It says, I hate and despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies, because you niggas in these churches are bullshit, man. Y'all been praising, cutting up in church, shouting, speaking in these bullshit tongues, and the Lord is going to destroy you. And now that day is coming up on us, and the Lord say he's not going to smell your solemn assemblies. He don't give a damn if you've been going to church every Sunday for 30 years. You willfully rejected the Most High. You had a Bible in your hand. You could have read the scriptures and known what this thing was supposed to be about. But all you want to do is just feel good about yourself. So when this day, which is basically almost here, as you see, people are already starting to flee, this is what's going to come to you. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Hey, it's about to get really, really bad out here. And only the ones that truly fear the Most High, that sought him early, that are seeking him early, those are the only ones that have a chance of the Most High having mercy on. You know? Let's continue here. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and that's Esau, Edom, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Because that's the time that we're living in right now. The unemployment's at an all-time high. Nobody knows if unemployment is coming at the end of the month again. That's about to run out, and they're still shutting down, forcing you to wear masks. They want you to wear a mask at home now. The grinding is completely ceased. It's only the only things that are up and running right now is the things to keep people from rioting in the streets, which is basically like the necessities like food. Some bars open here and there, and you can be entertained at home. That's basically it. Food and entertainment is what they're giving you, just to keep you from acting a fool out there in the streets before they're ready. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, which that's now. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All you celebrities, all this music, that all that been shut down, man, through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because y'all are prideful, man. You niggas get some money and you don't know how to act. You immediately give it back to your oppressor. You don't start black businesses. You want to go buy Gucci and all of this madness. You got millions of dollars to do your own thing, and you talk shit about the poor of your people when the Lord said you're supposed to help your neighbor. Now that don't mean you just go help any old 2/3 nigger, but what did you do? You just partying and bullshitting, man. Well, the Lord has a special judgment for y'all. And that's all I get on that. Let me let this video play out, and I'll get Isaiah 24, and I'll grind this down.
34.7% of New York properties in Q2. So they're throwing out discounts, trying to keep people in there. But let me say something else. All these people that have been sliding by on these checks from the government for $600 a week, unemployment, this and that, that ends here in the next couple weeks. And the second half of the summer make it a little hairy for quite a few people out there as things are going to shift. And it's just my guess that during an election year, and with everything going this way, there may be a decent stimulus package put together and dropped on the people, maybe right before election time, just to make some people happy.
He's 100% right on that, I believe. I think they're going to have one more bullshit election. I honestly believe this is about to be the last election, if that even has an election. And once Trump or whoever gets in there, man, that's a wrap. In his last term, all things are gonna escalate so quickly because it's not gonna matter at that point. That vaccine's gonna come rapidly, and so will that mark of the beast, along with that digital currency as we went over earlier. So we're in those times, you know. We're in those times, and Isaiah saw these things. This is Isaiah 24, and I'll close out on this. It says, "Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof." And isn't that the state of the world right now? The entire world is getting completely decimated economically, and a lot of people are going to starve. They're going to die. They're going to kill and get violent with each other all over. Italy, Iran is going through it. Spain, Venezuela, Russia, China, all of them. This is going to lead to war. Tensions are going to rise up, and it's going to lead to war. It says, "And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word." And this place is being emptied out right now, man. Just turn the bag upside down, and everything's just falling out. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Because everybody was so prideful, they thought this whole bullshit was going to go on forever. Because America just keeps printing money, making it rain, creating new technology to make life easier for you, but doing nothing to keep and preserve life, passing laws that bring death and not life. Because it says here in verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. They're polluting everything. This food is completely fucked. Not to mention the choice of food that people are eating, like swine and bats. Because these heathens don't know what the hell they're doing, man. They don't know how to rule. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And this place is going to be burned. There's going to be a lot of fire coming to this place. America's going to be completely, just a whole blanket of fire over America as the result of those thermonuclear missiles. And other parts of the world are going to be burned up too, man, through the chariots. It says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and the merry-hearted do sigh." And that's what you're seeing right now. People are getting restless, man. They're losing their jobs. They're getting suicidal. They're getting hooked on pills. They're turning against each other. Everybody trying to cancel somebody else or something they said. The mirth of the tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoiceth ended, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. Are we not seeing this right now? Were the scriptures not dead spot on? This day shall not drink wine with the song, Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. The city of confusion is Babylon, and that is this place which is also called America. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Call the law Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. For what they've done and how they built this place, man. It's nothing but blood on this land here, man. The Lord has got to do a complete and utter sacrifice of this entire place, this land, the people that are in it, save the elect. That's the last verse I'll get. The city is left in desolation. The gate is smitten with destruction. You know, so this is 100% prophesied what we're seeing here. You know, so I'll end it on that. Hopefully, you brothers were edified. I wanted to keep it short, but hey, it is what it is, man. The spirit, you know, it says what it says, man. You know, Lord willing, I'm able to bring another lesson to y'all soon. Stay prayed up, stay in the faith. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, Wa Abad Babal.